Good morning, everyone. It's this month's CEO update. It is November 6th, 2023, and we'll be talking about October's board meeting and then the rest of the things going on in the facility. So the board meeting did take place on October 25th, 3 o'clock. Regular things. Board education this week was about the high cost of drugs out there, different ones that Medicare is trying to negotiate with the pharmacy companies to lower the prices for a lot of those people that take them in a Medicare situation. Other ones, just the outrageous prices on some of these and how the people are trying, or the industry is trying to do something about that, even with biosimilars to try to get something that's cheaper for the public. But lots to go there. I wanted to make sure the board had information on the high cost of the drugs that are out there and even the ones that we're buying right now and the availability that you have to have for them for different patients. But that was our board education. We had a financial report and a medical staff report. We had a lot going on action items this time. The first one was our patient monitoring system, in addition to what we have on the floor. Now we'll be adding that to the ER. It had been wired and ready to go from previous, but now we'll have that patient monitoring system not only in the on the floor, but in the ER. We also went over our annual rural health clinic review that Paula does for all our rural clinics. Both of our clinics talks about what they do, who services them. It's a requirement by the government, so we did that. The board approved that. We had a couple of scopes for surgery on the list, and those did get approved, so the scopes are being upgraded, the ones that we had. We also appointed our infection prevention officer, Janelle Morgan. It was something that we should have done previously, but through our critical access annual review, we realized that should be done. So the board did approve her as our infection prevention officer. And right after that was our critical access hospital annual review that's done by Bryan Health, who is our support hospital. And they came in and gave us some recommendations, including that infection prevention officer. But otherwise, everything was very good with that. So the board approved that. With our mental health area that we're remodeling on the patient floor, I am applying for a USDA loan. It's a 0% loan, $300,000, but I do need the board's approval to go ahead with that, and they did give me the option for that. We use that same money when we added on to the clinic. It's a 0% loan, and this one, actually that one was a 5-year payback. This one we're applying for now is a 10-year payback. It just keeps your cash solid so you don't have to lay out all the money at once, and it spreads it out. So looking to get that done, I'm working on that right now. And then our final thing was a big project, but it includes with the Therapy Wellness Center was the nurse call system. Our call system right now is over 20 years old. Paula and her staff have done a great job looking at different systems. This will be an upgrade to the current system, and then that'll incorporate into the wellness center and surgery. Surgery never had this type of a call situation there, so we're going to get that all put in place. Thank you to Paula and her team for getting that done, but we did get that approved also. In our informational items, we always talk about the Therapy Wellness Project. It's moving along quite nicely. No setbacks, still and hoping to be done. Our goal is that we will be opening April 1st, 2024. Lots of moving pieces, buying equipment, some other things, but it's going along well. If you would like a tour at some point, come and get me. I can't take everybody. We have to wear hard hats while we're in there, but come on over. I got 2 hard hats. We can go over and just take a quick look, but lots to come. Yeah, don't be surprised. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. When it gets close to opening, there'll be lots of time to go over and take a look. We also talked about prior authorizations. We have a prior authorization team, but we're trying to grow it and make it even better. It's just such a calamity to try to get those things, prior authorizations, done and make sure that we don't miss any. It's a process, and make sure you appreciate what that team does for the facility. Getting those prior authorization, helping us through that process so we can get payment back for things that we do. Just like physical therapy, it almost takes a full-time person just to do pre-auths for physical therapy situations. So be cognizant of that, but prior auths have really changed the way even we practice medicine. Sometimes just to avoid it, we'd go down a different route so we won't have to. But at some point, the world's going to be everything that walks into our building is going to have to be prior auth. And that's tough, but we'll get there. But our team is doing a great job, and we're trying to even make that better. But I wanted to make the board aware of the challenges that we have there and the things that are affecting in the industry. Along with that, I just went and watched Jill Lynn do her capstone project for her Quality Institute that she did a great job on it. Talked about a position that she's put in place to alleviate non-payment in the physical therapy area, and she did a great job. Showed a great progress. Very proud of her, the way she got up there and talked about her project. And if I had to pick, she had the best one that day. Data was solid, everything. So if you go talk to her about that project, but great job, Jillian, and I'm just glad I was there to support her in that endeavor. As of the 15th of November, mask will be required for certain situations of due to not getting the flu shot, or for some other reason that you don't get it. But just that's always been the requirement, that once we get to flu season, you have to wear a mask if you aren't immunized for whatever reason. So your director will be contacting you, and then that is November 15th that you need to start wearing it. Janelle will put something more in the newsletter this week, so make sure you read through the newsletter like every week, but it'll have more information about that. It's very busy here. I mean, we have to make sure that we're helping the people that are coming into our door for whatever ailment that they have. You look at the newsletter and you see the great things that people are saying about the facility. Just take a minute to stop and pat yourself on the back. You couldn't do it without any of us. All of us go towards making this a great facility. But support your team members, support other people in other areas. Make sure that you understand that you don't know what's going on with somebody else, whether they've got some challenges outside the job or within the job. Don't ever attack someone or not appreciate what they're thinking about or going through. Be that person who steps up and say, how can I help? And just be nice to anybody through the thing. I think it's just a very positive, you can make a positive impact by doing something very small, but everybody's got things, but let's make sure that we treat everyone appropriately. So we got the holidays coming up. I see that the annual Thanksgiving meal is coming up on the 14th, I believe. You can sign up to bring in a salad. The meat will be provided. I know holiday things coming up. It's coming up quickly. We'll have that Thanksgiving Day, the 23rd of this month. Make sure you spend time with your family and be appreciative for the things that we have, and be appreciative of the things that other people don't. And maybe you can help in that way. We're doing the food pantry right now. It'd be a great opportunity for you to give people things that don't have those for the holiday season or any day. So make sure you be generous during this time. And again, thank you for all that you do, and I'll talk to you next month.